This is a really good question. A while ago, I think I made like a couponing deal video, and it was about like non-food items. And I used to have a larger food stockpile than I do now. I had one in our old house. And I also did that stockpile so that my parents could have extra food as well. And it came in handy during, pandemic-y time. And we ate through stuff before our move here, and it's had ups and downs in being stocked since we moved here, and we're going on year 3 this summer. And going to the food pantry, we have accumulated a little stockpile of things like white rice, which is always good to have, and like canned spaghetti sauce. My husband was like, we need to have a massive pasta week. And other than that, we're pretty low on ready to consume foods. I have spices and flour and baking needs. But now that we are trying to buy as little as possible to save money, before all of this stuff that is happening has happened, we're just eating through more to fill out our weekly menu plans. So, if you see my weekly menu plans and you're like, how did you have that? You didn't buy it. We're eating it in from the stockpile. But in terms of what we're going to do presently with potential shortages coming up and the rise of prices, we're doing things slowly. The timing worked out with this comment, and we had $30 in Walmart gift cards. 20 of it came from a friend last year when I had my knee back of leg abscess. She sent that just as a little pick-me-up. So generous and kind of her, and I never used it. And then over the holiday break, a $10 gift card from one of my husband's students came in. So I said, we're going to go on a field trip to Walmart to use these. We personally try to avoid Walmart if we can. And normally I would not go to them to stockpile, but since these gift cards were purchased, we didn't want to let that money go unused. So after the video, you'll see what our little haul was. And we focused on things like beans because I was running low on canned beans. Again, I should have prefaced what your stockpiling foods are going to look like are going to be different than mine. And you might come in and say, you should have gotten dry beans, all this stuff. I'm usually using these for crock pots or casseroles, and for what my family prefers, it's going to be canned. Everybody do what you need to do for you and your family. Cream of soups, I got some. Those come in handy for crock pots. I wanted to get another bag of flour because I try to bake my husband's breakfasts more. And, if we're running low on a dessert, I try to bake something and reserve the store-bought dessert that my son would prefer. And then I got a canister of sugar. I normally would get the big bag, but just so that I could stay within the gift card limit and not have to put any of our own money towards the purchase, it was a canister of sugar. And then I had a free coupon expiring on the 5th or 6th of May, and we went on the 3rd. Yeah, we went on the 3rd. Or no, we went on the 4th. Yeah, may the 4th be with you. We went on the 4th. And so we brought along that free coupon, and I always like, if I have a free manufacturer coupon, which you can get from the manufacturer themselves, calling or emailing, I usually try to get as close as to the maximum value of that coupon so that I can get the most product for free. And this coupon value was $7, and there was nothing in Walmart that was anywhere near $7 for old El Paso, at least my Walmart. And we couldn't use it on frozen or refrigerated items. It had to be shelf-stable items was the stipulation. So we got these jumbo burrito tortilla things that we are going to repurpose leftovers into to make giant, Chipotle-sized burritos. So, and then we got a chocolate bar for my kids, and they split that for dessert that night. So I was just wanting to use those gift cards to help our stockpile. And in case anybody is wondering, my Aldi is still cheaper than my Walmart. When I price compare these things, aside from the old El Paso product, but these things would have been cheaper at Aldi. And I would have gotten them at Aldi, but I had the gift cards for Walmart. Sorry, I had to take a pause. I got a text. So my next round of stockpiling, and I will say also I have a stockpile sink fund that I'm actually going to be reducing how much money I put into it every month so I can save money. And if you can only put $5 aside for your stockpile and you get stuff at Dollar Tree, then that's what you do. And I might even pause putting money into the stockpile money that I have and just use up, but I digress. But my next thing is to do an Aldi run of my son's safe foods that are shelf stable. My son will only either eat Aldi pasta or Ronzoni or Barilla pasta. He has some eating problems, so don't judge. Don't think it's pickiness. It's not that. So stock up on pastas and the crackers he prefers, because myself, my husband, my daughter, my mom, we're flexible with brands and preferences, but my son is not. So my goal is to always have his foods on hand so that we're good to go for him. And I just remembered we also got butter from Walmart because I'm using more butter with the baking, so I got butter to freeze. So yeah. I'm just taking it slow, trying not to panic. The biggest thing is not to panic. And I'm just aiming for things that are shelf stable that we use so that I can reallocate the grocery money to fresh foods. I don't have a deep freezer, so I can't freeze meats and things like that. So my goal is to free up money for the fresher foods and stockpile the shelf stable foods in a, smart way so that we don't, what's the word I want to say? We don't want to strain our money, and we don't want to shelf clear either. Sorry, I'm distracted. My husband, when I'm filming this, I'm not sure when I'm posting this, but when I'm filming this, he's getting his root canal, so he's texting me and I'm getting distracted. So I apologize. That's not fair to you guys. So yeah, that's how we're handling it. And also, we're just handling it the best we can because a lot of stuff is out of stock wherever. So yeah. But if y'all are doing a little tucking away of stuff and things, what does that look like for you? I will say, if you feel that you can't, you maybe can get like a small tote to fill up things like first aid items, Band-Aids, Neosporin, sanitizers, things that are pricey that might go quickly. It doesn't have to mean an entire basement or an entire spare room of product. It can just be you have, extra XYZ for yourself, especially if it runs out. Will that be detrimental to you? So yeah. But I've seen some people post videos about what to tuck away, and what to tuck away is going to look different for everyone. So yeah. Okay, so up next you'll see the little overview of what we got from Walmart. And yeah, okay. I hope everyone is doing okay. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.